Perfect. So you guys are checking in from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our home.
You guys have been home for like what, a week?
Yeah. Tomorrow. It'll be a week tomorrow, which is crazy because tour always feels like a vacuum. Like when you're in it, it's like real and amazing and just a wild adventure. And then when you get back home, it's like, man, did that happen? Was it a dream?
Yeah, it's a big blur for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, who does a majority of like the driving? Because it's a 3-piece band.
I did for sure the majority of the driving.
Yeah, the band is a 2-piece, but we're super lucky to have Katrina, our manager, help drive, and whoever's playing drum for us usually is super kind to help fill in too. So it's a team effort.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, like, the less people there are, the more burden it is, and like, some people don't drive.
I like driving though, oddly enough. Like, I don't know, it's and how we did the drives this run, it was like generally after a show we would drive like 2 or 3 hours, and then the drive the next day wasn't as bad. So really each drive like was mainly like 2 or 3 hours at a time. Because
have you guys done a full US yet, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, like doing like 2-3 weeks at a time is one thing, but like a full US is a whole different beast.
Oh yeah, for sure. We were fortunate to open for Bailey Spin and Senses back in the fall, and there were 2 legs of the tour. The second one, we went from Atlanta all the way to Anaheim, California. We played a bunch of shows all the way up to Seattle and Portland, and then we had to drive all the way back. So
it was
so you
so
went from
long.
Portland back to Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks. And
that was such a long drive.
Yeah, that leg 2 was in December, so it was like a week before Christmas that we were making that trek.
Oh no.
But you know what? I love it. It's a wild road trip adventure every time. So
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking because I'm thinking back to like last December and like it was snowing at times and like shows were getting canceled here and there.
We
so
got
like driving
lucky.
back from the Northwest.
We avoided all the snow, thankfully. Like we played Denver, and then it was like 2 or 3 days after we played Denver, they got slammed with snow. So it was just we just kept avoiding it, and I don't know, it was great. Even when we played Toronto, it was only like 65 degrees.
Yeah, we lucked out.
Yeah. But I mean, that was like
the last like every 2 or 3 years, it feels like it just hammers on us, and then everything's closed for a week because we don't know how to handle it, and then it's just
like
the
that
worst.
Here. It's like that here, but every 4 years we get snow in Georgia.
Yeah, but you guys are probably used to it though. You can handle it differently.
I mean, us, sure, but like people that live in Georgia, absolutely not.
Oh yeah, it's like the apocalypse. It was funny that there was a time like maybe 10 years ago they called it Snowpocalypse.
Snowmageddon.
Or Snowmageddon. But no one knows how to handle it. It's crazy.
They're just not used to it. Because we really only get snow like once every 4 years or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess like the priority to like get a garage and get like, even apartment parking where it's like underneath something is kind of not a huge deal.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, like, what do you guys do in your day-to-day life for jobs, or you guys like do vocal lessons?
Oh, yeah.
So it's funny because I feel like as musicians, everyone kind of has a hodgepodge answer. So my day job, I actually work and run a food publication called foodrepublic.com. So I work for a media company, and it's really fun. It's super creative and just kind of uses a different part of my brain. And I also work from the road. So I'm fortunate to work remotely, and then whenever the band is touring, I get to do that. But then also when we're home, or even when we're not on the road, Alex and I will DJ dance parties as well.
Yep.
So we DJ a lot of Gimme Gimme Disco events and Broadway Rave and Emo Night Brooklyn, and a lot of different things in Atlanta and just kind of regionally, like in the Southeast. But it's fun because it kind of gets to scratch that performance itch when we're not on the road. So
yeah, Gimme Gimme and Broadway has been such a big thing in the last couple of years in particular. Like I know that Portland will have it, and like it'll sell really well, and like
Yeah.
I mean, for you, I know you have like a musical theater background, so
it's so fun.
Yeah,
Like
they're great.
It brings me back into my theater kid days because that's how I started performing. So from middle school all the way through senior year of high school, I helped run a community theater and taught the kids program and auditioned and was a part of musicals and all of that. And it kind of gave me my love of performing. So it's always fun when we get to DJ and, you know, everyone dresses up and we get to bring people on stage to dance with us. But it's fun. I love it. We call it like the most fun side hustle is to DJ.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine taxes would be too difficult because it's like a 1099 here and then over there, and then like with the band stuff, you guys are an LLC, so
we are.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not too
mom
crazy.
Helps. My mom is an accountant, and so
that makes everything work then.
Dude,
she's the best. We love Tanya.
We love Tanya in this house. She helps out so much with all that stuff. So
yeah, but I think there's kind of the mindset when you're in a band of you do whatever you have to do to make the dream work. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And so for us, it's like, you know, we're lucky that DJing and like doing other little things is fun and it's fulfilling for us, but you know, the band is like the number one dream and the goal that we continue to push. So it's like, we'll do whatever. We'll do a hodgepodge of things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering because like if your mom's your accountant, it's like there's no hiding anything from her.
No, absolutely not. But it's like I'm like super close with my mom. Like we both are super close with our moms. And like while we're on the road, I share my location with her. She knows where I'm at, like whenever we're touring. And, you know, I call her for advice. And if we have to do a big purchase or do something, I talk to her about it. Like she fully is aware of everything inside.
So it's like a financial audit of like, why did you do that? Why would you spend X amount of money on?
Yeah, I mean, like she's like, why is this? She's done that before.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like dry shampoo isn't that much money.
She is. I mean, but she's generally always right when it comes to like finance stuff. And so she's, I appreciate her and her guidance for us heavily.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, was there any like tour essentials that you have to buy before you go out on the road, or other than the, you know, baby wipes and whatnot?
Oh, for sure. It's like big stuff, you know, is one thing. It's like always like we have like a giant in-ear rack and all of our gear's in it, and it's like my favorite thing ever. I love that.
He's our audio nerd.
So, but you know, it's like constantly keeping up to date with things and that. It's like every tour I generally like make sure everything's updated, any cables, you know, all that stuff. I always buy socks before tour because I lose them and she steals my socks on tour.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
Stealer.
You steal always, socks?
Dude. I do.
Oh, she does.
I do.
Big time.
I lose them. Like I lose them the day after I wear them. It's like poof. Where did they go?
She loses socks and then she'll take mine and then she'll lose my socks and then I don't have socks.
Yeah, I mean that's a level of closeness. Like I mean,
it's crazy, right?
Dating, are you?
We are.
Yeah.
Oh, then whatever. It's a different conversation then.
Well,
okay, fine.
But she's a sock thief to begin with.
Yeah. You know.
This is how it is.
If they're clean socks, I'll take them.
But just like the idea of like, oh, like we're in a band and like I'm just taking your socks.
Yeah, I mean,
but if it's like a relationship, it's a whole different paradigm.
It is for sure, but it's like okay, on this last run, our drummer that we had with us, his name is Ben. He borrowed some of my socks too. Yeah, he needed a pair of socks. I was like, all right, baby girl, I got you. I gave him some socks.
It's a family, you know. If someone needs shampoo or toothpaste, we provide. We pitch in.
Oh yeah.
So really, I mean, you guys have been dating for how long? Like a couple years then, or?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, so there's really nothing that you can be thrown at that would break you guys apart. Because I mean, if you've been on tour together, that's like, you know, but it's like the quintessential, like, okay, you don't really know someone until you've traveled with them.
Oh yeah, it's funny, like in all band dynamics, I talk to friends that tour, and it's like you have to be travel compatible with the people that you go on the road with.
For sure.
And this goes for everybody. Like, this goes for your content person. This goes for obviously like your TM or your manager or whoever's running merch for you. Like, it's so interesting because everyone has their own living habits, but also their habits when they're in a van for days at a time, right?
Yeah.
But I always, it's funny. I joke with my best friend Sophie, who does a lot of our photography. But we are so travel compatible. Like, you have to know the balance of when it's social time, when you just want to put your headphones on and nap time. When you want to, get Taco Bell and ask the group time. Like, got to be compatible with the people you're on tour with.
Just mindful of it.
Yeah.
Of what's going on and everybody.
Yeah.
Makes it easy.
So, but we're lucky because we have a really like tight knit group of musicians that play with us, like whenever we're on the road. And Katrina, our manager, like she's TM for us when we are on tour as well. So it's good. It feels like a nice little road trip, family road trip.
So the tour with In Her Own Words, I mean, how was that? Was that like a pretty big, because you guys haven't toured in a while. Like, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this was our first tour since December. So we've toured a lot.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, so we've toured a lot in the past. Like, we love iHow. I remember before Glimmers, I used to be a solo artist. And the first time that I saw them was also when I opened for them when they did an acoustic tour with JT from Hawthorne Heights. And I was like 17 with an acoustic guitar, and I got to be the local support for that. And I've just always been a fan of them. And also Emblem 3, they were on the bill as well. So it was really fun. And, 2.5 weeks, we got to play a lot of cities that we didn't play on the last run with Bailey and Senses. Did a lot of Southeast stuff and got to go back to Florida, which Florida shows are always sweaty but fun.
Florida shows rip. I love playing Florida.
So, but yeah, it was really, really cool. And we had a lot of fans come to the shows that found us on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, which is wild to me. I'm like, wow, it actually works. So, it was a really good run.
I love YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, me too.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so funny because, you wouldn't think it's like a actual source of like attention, but it pulls really hard.
Yeah,
it does. And I think it pulls like a lot of like the younger people for sure that maybe aren't allowed to have TikTok and Instagram and stuff yet. Like so it's cool. It's like it's because we realized that like during the Bailey Spin tour, and so it's cool like on this tour that we just did, seeing these people again from the Bailey Spin tour and seeing them from YouTube Shorts. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And then you guys linked up initially through her solo music, right?
Yeah, a little bit. So when I was doing solo stuff, I needed to demo new songs. And I reached out to him because he has a home studio. We're in said studio right now. And had worked with a lot of mutual friends of mine in the Atlanta scene. And I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I would love to work with him. Let's try it. And so I demoed 2 songs with him, and it was super fun. And he just really understood like what I was trying to do at the time. And that's hard, right? Like it can be difficult to find like that producer match that you can communicate with that like gets the vision and can create something bigger out of a voice memo, right? So I went to him for a couple songs, and then I decided, okay, like I'm gonna keep working on solo music with Alex until when the pandemic started. Everything shut down. Crazy. Wild. Still can't believe it. And that was kind of the point when I thought, you know what, like I think it would be cool if I wasn't a solo artist anymore. Maybe we could start a band, rebrand it and everything. And so we worked together to create Glimmers.
Yep.
Yeah, because I feel like you guys have been really kind of coming up in the last couple of years in particular. Like, since Jaded came out in, was that mid 23?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Jaded, it's funny. I feel like that kind of was the first song that kind of put us in this direction of, the sound that we've been going for over the last couple years. And kind of in the same way, like I wrote that song on my bedroom floor, very sappy, sad voice memo. And then I sent it to Alex and he was like, all right, I'm gonna mess with it. I'm gonna make it totally different.
I told her I was gonna fuck around and find out. Is what I told her. And I completely, and that's how we write a lot, is she'll write something, I'll get like just her vocal or something, and then I will rewrite the instrumentation and everything and produce it under it.
Yeah, and that saves a lot of money though too. I mean, if you're producing it, then
sure. And it's not even about money. It's just it's like it's not even about money. It's like I feel like I don't know, I kind of want to be the one to do it. I think is more along the thing. I have no problem with anybody else being a part of it or like songwriting or anything like that, but I've worked very, very hard in a long time to, I feel like, get to where I'm at now, and I'm feeling comfortable enough to really put myself out there with Glimmers and do the thing.
Yeah, and there's a connection to.
Do you pull other bands?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's a connection, I feel like, when the band or more than just one person in the band is writing and building the song, like not just the idea of the music and lyrics, which is what I do, but he adds all of the ear candy and like the special parts that make it a Glimmer song. So I feel like there's like a level of like it's our baby, and so for our part of it, before we send it to be mixed, it's like we want to take care of it and like birth it in the right way.
Yeah.
I hear that. I mean, so do you guys have other bands coming through the studio to like work on their own music to kind of pull money in? Or is it just kind of an independent studio?
Like before Glimmers or whatever, it's like I used to like record artists like in the Atlanta area, and like I used to like mix and master some stuff and like produce stuff. But I just started getting really busy like with just Glimmers, and it became my focus. And it's not that I don't want to do that, because like I'm still down. I just haven't promoted myself that way in a while, so I guess I haven't.
So it gets to like a potential angle in case like things maybe slow down for a bit and you need more money to pull in. Maybe like a way of self-funding a tour.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I don't really look at it like financial like that at all. if I'm being real, it's like I don't necessarily want to do music stuff like even for other people, like for like the money aspect. It's like if I want to work on like a project with somebody, it's probably just because I enjoy it, more or less.
Yeah, I hear that. I feel like it's like at the same time though, you can't be in this like act of poverty just because you're helping someone out.
Yeah, for sure. But there's like a lot of other ways that go around that, like it could be like a royalty split or, but it's like, I for me at least, that's never been my focus on like working on music for other people. Like it wasn't with her when we first started either. Because I don't think I charged you like much at all when we first started. Yeah, like it's just I just enjoyed the music, and I had somebody else I was running this studio with too. We just both enjoyed the music and stuff like that, and that's just where I'm at with it for sure.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I mean, so you guys have been independent for the last couple of years. I mean, are you guys looking at potentially flirting with any labels, or what's the long-term goal here?
Yeah, so we're super lucky with our booking agency and with our management company. I feel like we work with the best of the best people, and I feel really fortunate for that. For us, like we're a very proudly independent band. We're also people that will never say never to a conversation. Like I think you are at your best when you have the best team, right? So and that's how we feel with being a part of Reclaim Music Group, is like We love Maddie. We love Katrina. She's our girl. Like, she's not only believed in us, but she's done so much for us in the last 2 years. But I think for us, like, a label isn't the focus right now. It's like a matter of right place, right time, for sure, if it made sense. But there's something really, like, inspiring to us about being an independent band. It's like we have this creative control and we get to kind of navigate the journey of how we want to tell our story, with us at the forefront, and still with the help and with the feedback of everyone on our team. But yeah, there's something really exciting about that. Like, our friends in Arrows in Action, they're a band that is proudly independent.
Yeah, and they're
crushing it. And like, they've always been so inspiring to us because it just shows, you know, you can do the thing. Like, when you have really good people around you, regardless of label, it's like, okay, like, it's still that really powerful team unit, that can still get really cool stuff done. So right now, not as much, but, you know, never say never to an opportunity at the same time.
Totally. I mean, because I can see you guys really fitting into that Thriller Records roster.
Thank you. We love
as well
them.
as, you know, and I think it would just make sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, you guys are signed to them without actually being signed to them, it feels like.
Aw, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and like coming up on, like, you know, Arrows in Action, and they're on the summer school tour.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a long-term goal for next year? I mean, like, I feel like that would make sense.
I mean, that would be a dream for us.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah, that lineup is so cool. We love Charlotte. We love Taylor. Love Arrows in Action. Like, I love how many tours are coming out that are kind of, you know, giving the underdogs in the scene and like the up and coming artists like such great tour offers and lineups. And even that it's like a rotating bill. Like, I love that every night there's a different headliner.
That's so sick.
It is.
Like, that gives everybody that chance.
Yeah, it's
like, I think that's super awesome.
It's the Warped Tour mentality. So yes, if anyone from summer school's listening, we would love to sign us up.
I feel like that's a Kevin email, or
yes, we love Kevin.
Whoever else is involved with. I think it's Kevin, and who else is running summer school? Is it just the Adobe team or
Tobin?
Yeah. So that's maybe have Maddie and Katrina reach out to them and see what's popping for next year, because I'm sure they're working on it.
They're always working for us. Always. Like, it's funny. Katrina, I'll email her and I'll be like, "Oh, here's a possible idea," and she's like, "Oh, I already thought about that."
Yeah, just handled it. They're great.
We're very lucky.
Such awesome people.
Yeah, and so, I mean, is there a full-length album kind of in the works here? I suspect so, given that there was a recent single that dropped.
Yeah, we're super thrilled. We have plans to release a full length in the fall, which is super exciting. So just kind of finishing up the few loose ends and, you know, getting merch ready and special stuff ready for it. But I'm super excited because we've put out 3 or 4 EPs at this point. And so it just feels like the right time to put out a longer body of work and put out something that I feel like defines us, like to introduce the bigger scene to who we are and what we're doing. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, and it feels like it's a kind of a big moment too, because, you know, you've done the EPs and it's like this big kind of crescendo of like, hey, it's kind of a coming out party almost.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, it all kind of, this whole era kind of started with Jaded. And so it feels right. You know, we've been working towards a full album for a long time. Even when we were putting out EPs, we're like, okay, we need to pick the right moment to put out a 10 or more song collection. But it continued to not feel right. Like, we kind of had to find what makes our sound unique, and you know, and I owe a lot of that to Alex, because he does such a great job in finding that balance between my voice, like just as a writer, and then what he does melodically on guitar and arrangement and all of that. So I feel like we've figured out what we want to say with this first album.
Yeah. So that song "Little Life," is that like kind of like the main kind of sound you're going for in the album, or is it kind of rangy? Or
I mean, it's a little rangy.
It kind of is rangy, to be honest, and I like it like that.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It's like, I don't want every song to just feel like a rehash of one another on a record. I like it to have like movement and flow a little bit, and because to me, what makes it sound like Glimmers most of all is her vocal. And so that, like, I feel like I have a little bit more play and wiggle room with like the instrumentation and arrangement sometimes. And I don't know, it's fun. It's cool. Yeah, the record's fun. I mean, I like it.
To me, like that song in particular gives me a lot of like early 2000s teen comedy romance. Like, yeah, that's
exactly.
like the closing like bits. Yeah, that I would take that phrase and I would just run with it.
Yeah.
Like put that on a t-shirt or like something.
Absolutely.
Because it's like what are those early like 2000s movies, like the She's the Man, or like
13 going on 30.
Yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You.
The last 30 seconds of the movie, the credits start to roll, boom.
Yeah.
Car drives away.
Yeah.
That's like when the song hits.
That was exactly what we were thinking for that song was, okay, how do we combine like our love of today's like pop rock, pop punk sensibility, but it could also be something in 13 going on 30. We love that song. It's funny. That one kind of happened where you wrote the instrumental.
I wrote the instrumental exactly how it is on the record like 3 years ago.
So it was just waiting for words.
Yeah, it's like it just needed Maggie to kind of do her thing. And it's so good. Like, I sent that to her probably like a year or two ago. And I was like, could be cool. Could be cool. And she's like, not yet. Like, it wasn't in the, in her head yet to finish it.
Yeah.
So,
but we did.
We did.
So you have a whole like bank of ideas then, just sitting around.
Yeah.
I have on my computer right now, I have probably like 800 finished demos.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. That's no pressure at all.
Like,
just,
But that doesn't mean they're good. Okay? It's like Little Life, I was like,
no,
hey, maybe this one, So, but I have a ton, and whenever we're like trying to figure out a new song, lately we've been kind of going through these demos like, maybe this one? Maybe this one. We had them duke each other out.
We did. We had a little.
We had like 20 of them, and we had a bracket system, and we narrowed it down to one. So to work on.
It's fun.
Is there like an impartial third party that's like, okay, I think this? When you guys are like both at odds with each other, like, between this one and this one.
It's funny because we kind of align.
I don't think we're normally at odds.
Like
Katrina, I guess, would be the third.
Katrina usually, if we're kind of torn between any creative idea, like even if it's a piece of merch, we'll usually go to her and be like, okay, what do you think? And just not give context, just be like, there's two options, what do you think? And so then she'll be the tiebreaker. But we haven't really had to do that with songs.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever.
Yeah.
No. Her and I just always been the ones.
Yeah, but we'll usually send it to her and she'll be like, oh, this is great.
She loves the next one, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, and that drops when, you think?
It'll be in July. So stay tuned.
It's a couple of weeks from now then. Is there like any sort of like guest vocals on it, or?
No guest vocals. This one, it's funny. I feel like it's very different to Little Life in its mood, and in its sensibility. We were inspired by Paris a lot for this one, so it's a little bit darker thematically, but it still has, an energy that our past singles have brought. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's very timely for sure. It's kind of about how the world can feel like it's on fire, but you're getting through it, and you're with your friends and the people you care about, and you'll kind of fight the fire together. So
yeah, I love that. I mean, like, you guys have the album in the fall, and then presumably a tour announcement around that time as well, or?
Yeah, we love that.
That would be sick.
We have, you know, kind of things pending, so fingers crossed we'll make it back out like in the early fall. But yeah, we love being on the road. So any opportunity to go back on tour, to play some of the newer songs and change the set would be awesome.
It's my favorite. I want to
Yeah,
tour all
do
the
you guys
time.
feel that's my question, because I feel like, do you have any sort of pressure where this is a big moment and then, like, you know, it's that quintessential, hey, I'm gone for 260 days out of the year kind of situation where I'm just looping around the world, or around the US over and over and over again?
It's like once you tour and you kind of get a taste for it, it gets hard coming back to almost like a normal reality, because it's so fast paced and you're constantly like trying new things, you're eating new stuff, you're in a different pilots that you've never been to, which is crazy to think about because you thought you visited them all. You know, but there's such an adrenaline rush that I have never gotten from anything like touring, and man, I feel like I could do it all year. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love traveling. I love it so much.
So I mean, but touring is so hard though. Like, I think a lot of people forget that, like, you're missing so much by being out on the road. You're missing birthdays, anniversaries, you know, housewarming parties,
Sure.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that stuff's hard, you know. And thankfully, like, there's only been a couple of situations. Like, I had to miss my best friend's wedding last year, for the tour.
Dude.
That I was in his wedding, and it like that stuff's hard. You know what I mean? And so, like, I totally know what you mean. But it's like, on the other end of it, it's like, I have wanted this for like my whole life. You know what I mean? So it's like, part of it's like, this feels like it's just my job. It'd be like, oh, I can't go out tomorrow, like, I have work. You know what I mean? It's like the same excuse, you know? And so it's just, you're traveling.
Yeah, I think like it's always a bummer, like missing those things. And you know, Alex and I, we try to make an effort, like if we miss a birthday party or the wedding or whatever, we do our very best to be there for whenever we're back, to shower them with surprises from afar. You know, there's things that we try to do to ensure that we're still that support system. But we also, you know, we feel very fortunate to be in the position we're in, that we're even able to tour and to open for the awesome bands that we've been fortunate enough to open for, and to have that chance, because so many bands don't. Like, it's a very competitive scene with so much talent. And so to feel like we're getting the opportunity to meet new people and to kind of live life to the fullest is something that, you know, we don't take for granted either.
100%. And it makes it easy because of how Glimmers tours. It's like, whenever we have like Ben, our drummer, on this last run, this was his first touring with us. He's awesome. And before we went on the road, I told him, I was like, just so you know, like, the Glimmers camp, we are very close. We ensure anything you need, vice versa. Like, we give it to each other, and it's a very healthy environment. And so when you're like homesick or something like that, like, the people you're with really helps you get over those things. Like, our camp is just super healthy. And it's like, I would say that plays a huge part of why I'm like, yeah, dude, I could totally tour for 200 plus days out of the year, no problem, because of just like the support we have for each other on the road is so large.
Yeah, I gotta say, you guys are much further ahead than a lot of other people would be. I mean, I think a lot of people really struggle with the idea of being gone, and then, you know, there's like the quintessential, you know, parking lot fight that you see here and there in venues where it's like, oh, I thought I could handle it, but I'm not. Like, so I'm sure we've all seen that before.
And there's a lot of other reasons why maybe they can't, but it's as long as I feel like we have our support system right, there's nothing I feel like we can't do. And because every single thing we do, we take together. and that is huge. And I think that is what allows us to have that mindset and to, you know, like any troubles that, because touring, you know, stuff happens, stuff comes up, you have to pivot immediately and, you know, maybe shelve out a bunch of money for another rental or, you know, stuff like that. It's like, but since how we are, again, it just makes it's like we just laugh about it. We're like, cool, we got this. It's fine. You know?
And, you know, everyone can have a day. Like,
sure.
we all have days where it's like, oh, I woke up, I'm grouchy, I don't know why, or if there's something weighing on someone. Like, the main message to the forefront is making sure that we're all good, not just on like a physical level of like, are you tired, like, can I do anything for you, but like, hey, are you okay, do you need a hug, or do you need space in the van? Like,
dude, it was like this. I complained about me having like a little pain in my shoulder right here, and then the drummer Ben whipped out his like massage gun thing and just immediately went to town on me.
Very sweet.
Just out of nowhere. I'm like, this is like, but that's like literally how we just, there's like we just hop in and help the other person. And we're all like super close. All of us.
Yeah.
It's like I talk to Katrina and Ben every day. Obviously I talk to her every day, you know, so it helps when you're friends first.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. So yeah, tour in the fall, potentially new album coming out in the fall. Are you guys working on any sort of covers to like help promote, or?
For us, like, if we do covers, it's like short form content. Like, if we do a little something on TikTok, or we do like a collaboration post with someone. But no, not really. Just, you know, trying to push the original stuff. We're thankful, like, everyone's really enjoying it, and, you know, starting to trickle down and find us from TikTok and things like that. So we just want to push our original material for the time being.
Do you have any sort of like other outside inspirations other than like musical theater? Do you dabble in like country music at all? Like maybe like a Lainey Wilson, or?
We love a lot of different types of music.
It's like when we're on tour, like when I'm driving, I play a hodgepodge of music.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you know, like something that's really, I think is one of the best records to come out is the last Bill Murray record. Is absolutely phenomenal. American Motorsports.
So good.
Country, pop, heavy. I mean, it's just, it's the best blend of everything. And, you know, I love it. Absolutely love it. And, you know, I'm a big pop punk kid at heart. Like, For Your Strong's like one of my favorite bands of all time. And, but I don't know. It's like I listen to so much different music too.
R&B, like
R&B.
90s R&B.
Yeah, I love 90s R&B. Dude, I'll listen to like local on the 8s Weather Channel jazz too. Big fan. You know, I love like instrumental music and all this stuff. So I don't know. It's like each song that we like work on, like we take it like one song at a time, and which could be different for some people, you know, where they're like, cool, we're gonna write this whole cohesive like record or whatever, and but we take it one song at a time, and I think that can create a lot of times like really genuine stuff of just whatever we're feeling that day. So
yeah, and I think kind of aside from music too, like big influence by theater, obviously, but by movies, by
movies
TV
for
shows,
sure.
like there's even things like I've been watching The Bear. I'm like getting caught up on The Bear because I love that show, and there's something so cool about it, like not just from a story level because it has so much heart, you know, rooting for the underdog, but there's also like the way that the show is shot, like that can give me inspiration for music videos or content, or I went to art school for college, like that alone like continues to kind of fuel my creativity of looking at paintings and mixed media work and looking at my friends that are photographers and how they create art, and just kind of constantly being inspired by what's around me and what my friends are doing. Like I find that really exciting too.
No, I hear that. I mean, yeah, you guys have so much going on though. I'm just thinking like you guys are kind of in this new wave, you know, alongside a Taylor Acorn or Charlotte Sands of just kind of really, I don't know the right word for it, like kind of women in rock, I guess. It feels like you guys feel like you're kind of in that subset.
I hope so. I would love to be, you know, considered in a group with such lovely and powerful women. I love that we have like so many empowering like female and non-male musicians and artists, not even just singers. Like the fact that Bill Murray has Gabby playing saxophone.
Dude, she rips.
You know, it's really exciting because I feel like we're in a space where women are thriving and killing it, and like it's really fun because I can relate to them in ways that, you know, growing up there weren't as many women prominently like out there in the media doing rock music, at least not that I knew as much of. And so it's really exciting, and you know, I feel honored to be included in a list of friends and peers that are so cool, and just showing that women are badass and we deserve more recognition.
Absolutely.
Totally. And like, it's funny because, you know, Taylor Acorn has been a kind of a gateway for my own wife to kind of discover other bands in the scene where, oh, okay, she's on this Emo's Not Dead cruise. Okay, cool. Oh, she was cool. Who else is playing around here? Boom. Hawthorne Heights is playing. Yeah. So it's cool to see her and others thrive. I mean, Charlotte Sands is doing really well. I mean, again, I wish you guys could be on this summer school tour right now because I feel like they would make a lot of sense. So
yes,
dude, maybe if somebody canceled out,
I would love it.
If somebody canceled out,
I'm telling you right now, if someone canceled out,
follow the tour,
I would do it immediately.
I know. Hey, we'll be there in Atlanta. We're going to see Honey Revenge, Daisy Grenade, and Vanna on Tuesday, which I'm super excited for. So
yeah, Honey Revenge. Oh my god, that's another band that has really blown up. Their crowd in DC at the Warped Tour was huge.
Yes,
and it wasn't even like one. It wasn't even one of the
good.
But it wasn't even one of like the big stages. It was a side stage, and they played at like 8 o'clock at night. Huge crowd for them.
They're crushing,
and they're selling out these venues.
They're so sweet.
Oh yeah, super nice people. But yeah, that band has grinded so hard over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, you guys are in a similar spot where, like, you know, we fast forward to 2027, and you guys are like, oh yeah, now we're selling out these venues, and it's great, and people are vibing, and there's more people in the scene that get introduced through your music, and that's just kind of how it rolls.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd love it.
That's the goal.
Yeah, I mean, outside of doing a tour like a summer school tour, is there any other sort of bands you would want to tour with as a package, or?
Dude, so many.
I'll tell you, I love Knox.
Oh, dude,
I'm
Knox
saying that right now. We got to meet Knox when we played So What Fest in Texas in 2022, and it was before Sneakers came out. So it was way before he went viral.
Yep.
And he watched our set because we had a mutual friend, Jake, who was playing with Bill Murray at the time.
Playing bass.
Playing bass. And so they both went to our set, and Knox was like, y'all are so sick. Like, I love your songs. And I just remember Jake being like, oh, this guy, he's about to blow everyone's minds. And Knox was like, yeah, we'll see. And then 2 months later.
Oh, he was like immediately on tour with Ban Camino.
Yeah. So Knox and Ban Camino would be two bands I would kill to go on tour with.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Yeah, those two. I mean, that was over at oh my god, the baseball park. Arlington. Yeah, I think was that the year I went?
Choctaw
I went to one
Stadium.
of them.
Choctaw, yeah.
Yep. That was that was the year that was like I Prevail. Who else? Was it Black Bear? Black Bear was there that one year.
It.
That was the year we did it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was I mean that's a tough festival to play because there's so much going on, and like the fact of like you mentioned a competition of like, hey, check us out, when there's so many other people doing other things in different stages. I mean, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, no, we were really honored to be a part of that.
I was just happy to be there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was such a cool lineup, and we got to meet so many people that, you know, I've looked up to. Like I got to meet Chrissy from Against the Current. I got to meet Charlotte
Yeah, she was so
Sands. She
nice.
performed as well. Yeah, like everyone was so cool, and you know, it just felt like one big party, and we were just honored to be a part of it.
Dude,
So.
and I got to meet Rebecca Black.
Yes!
Which was awesome. She's so sweet and
Yeah.
so talented. It was awesome.
Love her.
Yeah, it's funny. She seemed like a riot. I got asked to. I do like the VIP setup every now and then, and I got asked to work one of her tours, and I was like, okay, yeah, and like I couldn't make it for one reason or another, but like I saw her live set on YouTube, and it's just bonkers, off the wall. I'm like, this isn't the same girl from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, she is awesome.
Yeah,
she was so good. It was cool.
Completely reinvented herself.
Oh yeah, which is so awesome.
I love that. Like she turned an experience that was traumatic for her and turned it into something really cool and beautiful and empowering. She's a badass.
Okay. So you have another single coming out next month, and then presumably one more before the album drops in its entirety. Is that true?
I would say so.
Could be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So to confirm, is there any guest vocals on this album, or is it just gonna no features?
The one song that has a feature is already out. It'll be on the album, but we did a acoustic version of Jaded with Tay Jardine from We're the Incredible. So we love her. It was an honor to have her be a part of that song and for her to believe in it like we did. So that song will be on, but otherwise just me being, you know, head lady.
Wait, hold on. Don't forget, I'm actually singing a little bit on these.
Some harms.
But they're like low octave harmonies. You can't really hear them. But
he's
just
there.
know it's your boy.
But you got licks though. I mean, that's like that's the main contribution. Is a, you know, I like that little lick you guys do at the end of.
Bad.
So I mean, yeah, you have that little lick at the very end of Jaded with the guitar. Wow. Yeah, that's probably the best part of the song.
Little ear candy. Thank you.
There you go. He kills it. He kills it with the solos. We used to be a band. We like never included guitar solos in songs. It just wasn't as much of a thing that we did for our first couple EPs. But then I remember with Jaded, I was like, hey, yeah, you have a little moment in there. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
I just threw it in. I was like, here's some, taste this, you know?
Yeah, I just felt it, so I just kind of went with it.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Honestly, that's just anything else you guys
like
when I'm writing those, I just include it in.
Which is great. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I would feel a little bit less stressed about like playing it live because, you know, it's like I mean, it's not difficult to play, but it's also not super easy either.
No. Nah, but, like honestly, the hardest parts I have to play live don't even sound hard, and it's just because I'm trying to move while I play. So the Glimmers guitar stuff really isn't hard.
Oh, you know what I gotta ask you guys? Like, so we're kind of in this conversation about like kind of new wave of women in rock. You know, you have your Charlotte Sands, your Taylor Acorns, Honey Revenge. Who else am I kind of missing here?
Oh, I mean, there's so many. Mimi at the Altar.
Pretty Pity.
Pretty Pity, absolutely.
Summer Hoop.
Yeah, Summer Hoop. Paris. Because Paris is still killing it. Scene Queen.
Scene Queen. Yep.
Yeah. There's so many. We're lucky that we have so many friends that are crushing it.
Daisy Grenade.
Oh yeah, Daisy Grenade. Vanna. Senses.
Bailey Spin.
Yeah, Bailey. She
Her
rocks.
song "Cheap Motel" is a smash.
It is.
Putting it out there.
So good.
So yeah, that's cool. Like, the whole like different web versus like a couple handful of bands.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we had that first wave. Like, Paris, I would say, was in the kind of a first wave. I guess another Maddie connection.
Yeah.
We Are the In Crowd, Tonight Alive.
Oh yeah.
Forgetting a bajillion others here, but yeah. So it's kind of paving the way for more success down the road for others to break through.
Yeah, we're very lucky, and I feel like now, like, having the support system, like I text with Danny and Keaton from Daisy Grenade like a lot. I texted with them today.
Yeah,
oh, so good.
But it's fun because you can relate to one another as women on the road, and it's hard to be on the road no matter what. Like, no matter who you are, no matter what your gender identity is, like, it's difficult. But also with female and non-male artists, like, there's a whole other level of misogyny and negative things. So the fact that there's such a big support system right now, and it feels like we're all rallying and supporting each other, like, it's very special. So I want to be, a part of that group, and hopefully, like, continue giving that support even to whoever the next generation is. Like, that's always my goal.
Totally.
Is to uplift and feel really happy that we know so many people that are doing the same. So.
Totally. I guess so. Yeah, there's so much going on for you guys right now, and I feel like you guys are really on the cusp of just bursting out and getting way more attention. I mean, I think I'm surprised because you're independent. I figured you guys would be signed by now, but if you guys are kind of down to just kind of stay in your own camp, that's also cool too. But
it's more so it's just checking out other opportunities, just seeing what's available, and then making the educated decision what's best for us or the band.
Yeah. So really, I mean, I want the the money to come through, but also the attention. That's really the main thing.
Well, we're very fortunate. We're continuing to grow, and Glimmers knows no bounds.
Yep.
So
good. So TikTok, Reels, like the kind of main, I guess, in YouTube Shorts.
We
LinkedIn,
also
Snapchat. No, I'm joking.
We have a
Blue
Discord
Sky.
server. Yeah, we have a Discord where a lot of our fans will come to monthly movie nights. We chat in there. Like, I go live on TikTok all the time. Usually, when we're not on tour, I'll be on like 2 or 3 times a week, singing songs, talking to people. Because for us, like, we really just want to continue building those connections with fans, whether they've gone to a show or whether they haven't seen us yet. We just want it to feel like a family, and that we support them like they support us.
Absolutely.
But just trying to be chatty on every platform, and when we play shows, just always meeting people at merch. And
that's a big thing we do.
Yeah, we always do that.
We always hang out at merch. I want to talk and meet everybody. I want everybody to feel like the money they spent on their ticket was worth it.
Yeah, everyone's welcome.
Everybody.
So, okay, what is the one thing that people can bring you at a show that would just like turn your world upside down? Dude, socks,
Pokemon
gummy bears,
Pokemon cards. There are people that brought me Pokemon.
Now, we're talking like OG Pokemon cards, or like, dude, anything.
If they brought me OG Pokemon cards, I would feel bad to even accept it because of how expensive they are. But Pokemon cards. I probably got like gifted probably like 10 packs on the last tour, which is, dude, that's huge. That's so sick.
Guest list for life.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we were playing Richmond, and this guy came up to the merch table. He bought a shirt. He gave us a great donation, I guess you could say. Very kind. And he had his own card shop and invited us to come out.
Yeah.
We went next day. I was like, you know what?
Let's do it.
We have to go out. So we went out to his card shop. He gave me like 2 packs of Pokemon cards. His shop was so cool. He was such a cool guy. I'm always going to go to that shop now whenever I'm in Richmond.
Yeah.
So it's just sick.
So basically you're saying that if you want to be in Glimmers, All you got to do is pull up with a first edition Charizard from like 97.
Dude, that's what
deliver
I'm saying.
it. You gotta deliver it to Maddie through certified mail.
There you go.
Dude,
and boom, you're in the band.
Absolutely. If somebody wants to join Glimmers right now, Pokemon cards, just bring them to me. I got you.
We need a tambourine player.
There it is.
That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Keyboardist.
Yeah, you know.
Turntables.
Yeah. Exactly.
But cool, guys. Anything else you kind of want to drop in here before we kind of wrap up, or?
Well, first, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
we've had
we
fun.
worked on some tech issues and whatnot. Hopefully, it kind of buffers out well enough. But
for sure,
we'll give it a go.
It's been really cool. So appreciate you.
Give me 1 second here.